Hey, hi all. So today's video is all about Hive with the Dataproc. I know we have done already, but this time we are doing some different type of table in Hive, and we will learn about partition table in Hive. Same platform on Dataproc. So you can see on my screen that already the 3-node cluster is available, and top of that 3-node cluster, the same process as we have done in the previous video. You have to create a table, normal table, and in that normal table we will learn how to create a partition table, and in that partition table there are different features. So we will first talk about the partition table and why we need the partition table and where to use this partition table. Then we will learn about how to create a partition table and how to migrate data from managed table, means normal table, to partition table. Okay, this is what the objective for today's video. So first of all, you have to create cluster of 3-node. The first step was. The second step is what you have to go to Hive shell and create a one normal table and load the data inside the table. Third step is what you have to create a partition table, and in that partition table this time we'll load the data from your exist table, means the table which you have created. So we'll migrate data from one table to another table, or you can say from managed table to partition table. Again, you should have a knowledge of cluster designing, the prerequisites, Dataproc, how to create a cluster, and a basic understanding of SQL, and you should know how to create a table in Hive. Okay, if you have not know, then just go to the previous video and how to create a table in Hive. You can learn it. So let's start with that. What is partition table? First we will talk about. Let me have my shell. I have a file which I will simply do. I will go to the upload file. I will load the data in SDFS to create a normal table. The same step, and inside that you can see that is a partition, right? And inside that, yes, mobile customer, right? So I will open this file and let me load this file on my cloud. The file is loaded, and what this file is all about we will discuss about. Let me complete this. So Hadoop fs hyphen mkdir, and I will create a partition. Okay, maybe this spelling mistake, I will not bother. So I've created a one directory partition, and inside that file which I have just loaded onto my machine, I will move into that. fs-ls, just cross check the directory has been created. Yep, that's created, and I have loaded the file also. So you can see the mobile customer. If you want to see the what exactly the file is all about, okay, so I'm having right, let's see what exactly the record. So in this I have a name, mail ID, mobile number, state, and the city. Okay, this is the simple record that it carries. You're just thinking about why this file. For example, this is the file, and I've just asked you, hey, how many people belongs to Karnataka? Give me the number of records which belongs to Bangalore. Okay, so I want to retrieve the data state wise, city wise, or some condition, right? So every time what you do, you create a table, load this data inside the table, and you will start written simple query where clause and all. But the question is very simple here. I want a permanent table, a table which show me filtration from state wise or city wise. I want a table where I put the record, okay, how many records from Bangalore, so I click onto Bangalore, records come. How many belongs records from state, so I will select Karnataka and the records will come. So if you want to see this kind of table, that is what technically in Hive it is called partition table. Okay, so to achieve this kind of table, we use the partition table concept in Hive. So this is what your data is already there, and I have to move this data, right? So pwd, you know that how to move the data first of all. So now let me migrate this data on SDFS. So Hadoop fs hyphen put, right, and that is what home and contact 012300, and the file name is what, mobile underscore customer, TOMER, right? And I want to store this data on my PARTION, actually it's not the complete partition name. Anyways, so this is the command, and the data will get migrated from your local to HDFS. It's simple. And again, if you want to just cross check Hadoop fs-ls, and if you want to check the data is there or not, partition partition, and I will see the file is there. You can see the file mobile customer is there. So this shell work is over, and now in the third tab I will go into the Hive shell and I will create a table. Let me clear, and I will write it Hive. Okay, so it will initialize. So here I will create a database, create database part. Okay, this part, and use part. Database has been created and I'm using. Now I have to create a normal table. So you know how to create a normal table. So this is the command, and yep, so this is the command. I will just copy and paste it. I believe you're familiar with the command. It's simple, like we have done before. And then I will simply copy and paste, and when I paste it, okay, this time it's created very fast. So table not exist, similar command, and I will just check this table created properly or not. Describe for table name is what? Mobile underscore customer. Alright, so the table has been created properly, and now what I will do, I will load the data inside the table. So load data and path, right? I have to give the file path partition, and the file name was I guess mobile customer. So both look similar. Is that okay? Yeah, let's see. While underscore customer. Okay, then I will write into table, and the table name is what? Mobile underscore customer colon. So yeah, looks all good. What is the error? Input. Okay. So I have not passed the input as a customer. The colon was missing. So let me pass the colon. Looks better. So the colon was comma, single quote. So this in path, the slash should not be there. So when you write this command, the record is available here. Now we will create a partition table, and in this partition table concept is what you can make the two level of partition. So I will first filter the table from state. So state wise all the record comes. In a state we have multiple cities, so I will filter from city as well. So once you click onto the Karnataka state, Karnataka will show. Inside this Karnataka there are multiple cities. You can select what are the cities the record you want to see. So you can select the Bangalore, that will record will come, that belongs to Karnataka and Bangalore. So this is the two level of partition. So what is the syntax of creating the partition table? So create table if not exist, right? You see that create table if not exist mobile. So when you create a non-partition table and when you created the partition table, there's not a big difference. Only the thing is that you can see the step number 3, right? The command create table if not exist customer partition. Here the column name, you can see that column name, the first name, mobile number and email ID, right? Email ID, right? This is in a one part. The rest 2 column are the part of syntax. So partition by, you can see partition by, right? And the partition column I have written into this part straight string, city, string. All right, so this is the syntax wise command of partition table and non-partition. Only the column name get divided and rest will remain the same. Let's copy this. Yeah, so the table has been created, and if you write the describe formatted table name, if you have created a partition, right? So here you will see that table name is your mobile customer partition, underscore customer underscore. Okay, again to semicolon, a complete information is coming, and here you can see in the number of buckets or partition information like database owner creation file, retention type, column stats, bucketing version is 2, and when I check that, okay, so okay, why it is not reflecting, I'll let know, because we have to run this command. Yeah. So see here, when you created the partition table, the next step is very simple. You have to load the data in the table. So this time we will load the data from which table? The existing table, mobile customer, and we'll move the data to the partition table. From non-partition to partition table, we'll migrate the data. But when you will run this command to load the data, step number 4, it will not work actually. The reason why it will not work, because here you have to enable one service. So you can see that below the step, set hive.exe dynamic partition, right? The line number first, you have by default Hive is in strict mode, so you have to run this command to enable the partition. There are two types of partition, static and dynamic. So by default it's a static partition, but generally we use the dynamic partition. So the first command you have to convert into the non-state, so it will come into your partition, dynamic partition. And the second command is what? Set hive.exe dynamic partition true. So you have to enable the partitions. Once this command runs successfully, then only you can load the data into the partition table. If it not work properly, you will get an exception. So let's go one by one. So set hive, yep, copy this, paste here, and does not exit. Okay, node, it should be mode. Hope it should work. Yep. Now we'll go to the second command and copy. Yep. And now, so after this both command, now you should run the command to migrate data. So from which table? This is the you have load the data, load data in path. So this time we are moving data from non-partition to partition table, from one table to another table. So command is completely different. From mobile customer, right? From mobile customer, right? This is what we have. Alias I have used AC, insert override table, mobile customer, which table you have to migrate, source table, destination table, partition, and you can see the partition. So partition column I have mentioned state and city. It is always recommended to make the two level of partition. So I have made it state and city, and select what are the column you need to migrate. So I have selected almost all the tables AC. So with the alias name I have mentioned this. So now I will go paste this command in the, and now it's started. Will take some time. So simple step to create a partition table. The advantage you can see it run multiple internally trigger the map reduce program. So a mapper and reducer started, and the time you can see elapsed, and 5 to 5 partition has been done. So total 5 states we have finally. So this is the final approach to create a partition table in Hive. Thank you. Hope you learned them. Hey, don't forget to download our app for access to free courses and interactive quizzes. Stay connected with us on social media for updates and free content. See you next time. Happy learning.